a very important meeting. You guys have voices here at the school, and the partnership that we have with you is critical. So first, thank you. We just want to thank you for coming. I did just notice there's a little baby under the table, too cute. So we do have childcare needed. So keep that in mind as the year goes on. That the ladies here are fantastic about getting childcare here, so that you can bring your kiddos and let them run and play. That way you can still be involved.
I've been around the district for a while, but I'm very excited to be down here. As Mrs. Rosenwald said, definitely thank you so much for being a part of our PTG, coming out to support what the PTG does for our kids. They're going to talk a lot about what they do tonight, but without the parent-teacher group that we have here, we would not be able to do half the stuff.
On the paper.
Because a lot of the people, so we have a subset of people at the school who absolutely refuse to join the PTG. They will not pay the $15 to join. They're like, well, I'm a teacher. I'm never going to come to anything anyways. But I'll donate snacks, but I'm not going to give you the $15. So that's really the reason we sent out the paper, was to catch those people.
Okay.
Because we had probably close to 25 to 30 people last year who absolutely refused to be a part of the group, but who will happily send in a snack.
Yes.
So really the paper was trying to catch them. We'd really prefer everybody did it online this year.
Yep, we're trying to make the homeroom leads more independent to take care of that whole.
Right.
But so
we're here to support, right? So all of that, as homeroom leads get chosen, we will be supporting. But you will see those come home in your child's folders this week. So take a look for that. Go ahead. It's on the sheet. Yes. So here's where we go. So those are going to come home. So look for that. Okay. So membership. You are going to want to have your membership in by September 21st. So again, to be a homeroom mom lead, to be a homeroom volunteer, you have to be a PTG member. Okay?
But we want the forms, and we're going to choose the homeroom parents the weekend of the 14th. But we're giving you an extra week if you haven't yet joined the PTG to join the PTG. So sometime the week between the 14th and the 21st, we'll compile all that information.
Makes sense.
Unless one of us is in your room.
Parent, we reach out to you to confirm before we just assign you.
Yes.
So if you get an email from us, yes, I'm still interested. Great. Here you go. Right.
Happy days. Yes. So that's how that works. So no worries. You will know well in advance of the holiday parties and such. So you should be okay to go with that. Some other things, just because I want to make sure we keep going. The fall book fair. We have a book fair a couple times a year. We have one in the fall, we have one in the spring, sometimes a second one in the spring. So we're undecided about having 3 versus 2. The book fair is where your child gets to bring money with them. They get to shop for a book during the week. Yeah, so it is only going to be held during classroom hours, so we are not having the evening hours this year for our fall book fairs. So the book fair, again, coming in the spring, it's going to be the week of the 24th through the 28th. Your child will bring something home about this, but this is where they have a chance to bring money in. They will shop during their library courses, and they'll have a chance to kind of buy a book, and you'll get more information about it, but keep that in mind because we need volunteers. That is our first event where you really have a chance to come in, volunteer. You get to see some of the kiddos, kind of help them out, right? They don't know how to count change, right? They don't know what one thing means over the other. Some of our kindergarten classes, right, they're not quite sure how to read yet. So you're really kind of helping them through that process. So if you're interested in volunteering, you can help out through the week, right, through the day. Volunteer, because we can use a lot of volunteers doing that. You should see that Sign Up Genius coming out very shortly, so pay attention for those. We've got some open houses. So what is an open house? You only have to come to your grade, or not at all, but come, right? Open house is where you get to come in, kind of tour the school, meet your teacher. A lot of times at open houses is where you're going to sign up if you want to come to the parent-teacher conferences, which are in November. It's on here, no worries. But open houses is where you have a chance to come in and do that. We are going to have a PTG presence there for anybody to see who we are, what we're doing. You don't have to volunteer during those times, right? But we do have them on here in case you did not know for your grades, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Nope. Kindergarten, 1st, 2nd is all on here. So you're all set to go. Moving on, Colt Bolt. So a Colt Bolt for our kindergarten parents. This is a jogathon. Basically, your child collects money. There's different prize levels as you start collecting different money. You can earn different prizes as you go. You are going to get information about this starting this week. But throughout that day, literally the entire school almost walks over we run around the field. So in the high school, so we walk over the footbridge, we run around the field, and we bring them all back. So this is a school day. We need a lot of volunteers. There's a little child. Oh, all right, we found the mom. All right, no, that's okay. We're good. So the cold fold again, it is a jogathon. Everybody participates. So whether you're donating or you're not donating, whether you fundraise or don't fundraise, every single child participates in the cold fold. This is one of our largest fundraisers that we have. It's great. It gets them out running. It's about healthy eating. It's about getting exercise, the physical exercise, and they're all going as a team. So the Flickr page, CVSD, has a Flickr page that they have a ton of pictures of from last year. You can take a look at if you're kind of curious what it looked like. But we are having that again. It is the 12th. Mark your calendars, right? Take the day off. We can use volunteers all day. If you can only give us a couple hours, we'll take them. But that's a great first event as well to kind of get in, get excited about what's going on here at the primary school and start watching those kids go. On the sign up, just so you have an idea, it is broken down. As soon as that sign up comes live, you'll know when your child is running. So if you're trying to volunteer so you can see your child running around the field, you will have those dates within about a week here. Okay? Make sense? All right. Spirit wear. So spirit wear, kind of what I have on, right? It is CV stuff, right? T-shirts, tote bags, water bottles. If you're like me, kindergarten, I didn't have any, right? Why would I need it? I had a preschooler, right? So this is a great time. We have class of shirts if you need to buy your child a class of 2031 kindergarten parents. Let me remind you, 2031. We have all of that available too. That is a fundraiser that we do, so anybody can really use it. So you are going to see information come home on spirit wear as well. So class of shirts, spirit wear, again, another activity that we do. All of these things need chairs for next year. Just reminding you, subscribe to our page. But everything does need a chair as well. So if you're interested in anything like this, look at it, see how it's going. Remember to keep talking to us. All right? Halloween party. We're into the end of October already, right? Halloween party. It is a half day. Pretty much your kids are going to come dressed up. We're going to give them some sugar. We're going to send them home. There's a beautiful parade. It's a lot of time, right? It's a really great time. They get to come in. A lot of times, I think they're riding their costumes to school, right? They get to wear it on the bus to school. There is a party. There is a parade where they will actually go outside and they'll walk. So we do invite parents to come. It's outside usually. Yep. And then they do have a chance to do that. So we have a party.
Quick comment about your parties that you're coming into the school for. Anytime if you are a lead parent and or if you are in fact the if you're the lead on the party and if you are the lead of the entire homeroom, it is very important that you communicate all plans to your teacher ahead of time. Let them know, it's nice to copy the leads of the party and the teacher on an email. Let them know who's in charge of what. Let them know what game you plan on bringing. Let them know what kind of craft you plan on bringing, because these things, the teacher needs to plan ahead. If things are better done in groups, if it's more of a group activity. Like for example, if you use Elmer's glue, that's not going to dry in time by the time the party's over to go home on the bus. So pre-planning these things is very imperative. If you end up being a lead homeroom parent for your homeroom, those are important things that you're going to want to stay on top of so your teacher can be well prepared for that type of event. Okay?
Makes sense? That's all right. No, we're good. So that's parties. That's all parties, not just Halloween.
Right.
Christmas, Valentine's Day, holiday parties, Valentine's Day party as well. So that's all the parties. If you flip it over, go ahead.
So Halloween.
Halloween, yep, holiday, Valentine's Day over parties, and then we have Fun Day Field Day. So we'll get to that if nobody knows what Fun Day Field Day is.
Some teachers will include, sometimes teachers have other events that they like to put on, like some teachers will have a Thanksgiving Day feast, but that will all be communicated to the lead of your homeroom and then dispersed throughout the other volunteers within the homeroom. But those are the ones that the PTG specifically puts on. Right. We can't speak for the other teachers whatever other events they do. Yep.
that good? Make sense? All right. Fundraisers, next one of our fundraisers, Sarah's Candy. We do sell Sarah's Candy. We did find a chair, so Angela Joyce decided to be our chair this year. We're excited. So we are looking for some helpers, right? She would love to have some people helping out with that. So say hi. Yes. There we go. So this is our first year doing chairing, right? The Sarah's. The Sarah's is a big fundraiser for us, both in the fall and the spring. So Christmas, kind of for that, right? We usually will have it. It's after the Halloween party is when you will see that stuff start coming home. You might talk about it before, but it's going to start after the Halloween party. Really to make sure that orders and everything are in so that you have it for the holiday before it starts, right? We don't want it being delayed. We want to make sure we get all of our orders in before it starts. So look for it sometime around there, okay? Parent-teacher conferences, we mentioned, right, the 5th and 6th this year. Again, you sign up for those during your open house or contact the teacher, but make sure you get in there so that you have those days. Kiddos are off. Pretty happy about that, right? We are adding a holiday movie night. So you'll see on December 7th, this is a great opportunity that we're going to have. Kathy Monteverdi has graciously offered to go ahead and share that for us. But it's going to be an opportunity for the kids and everybody to come in to get to watch a holiday movie, right? To maybe do a craft or some different things. We will have more information about that, whatever she would like to do, within reason. And then she'll get more of that information out. But that's a great night for the kids to come, kind of have some fun again, with the family, right? Some action. It gives you something to do that's not too overwhelming for the holiday, right? Holiday party, December 21st. Last day of school before the holiday break, right? 21st, sounds about right. I'm gonna swap so they can help. Let me move myself this way so they can go ahead and work on that. So that's that. Some other things you're gonna see. So we're at the end of fall, right? We've made it. First half of the year. Some things that you're gonna see is the no hassle fundraising. If you have not already, save your box tops. Take a look at it, clip them away. That is a very free way for us to get money for the school. It helps supply things like the teacher closet. Any student that doesn't have all the notepads, the pencils, the post-it notes, the glue that they need, that all things that the PTG helps support. So we fill a teacher closet and we keep it filled throughout the year so that all of our kiddos have some the stuff that they need and the teachers have what they need as well. That stuff gets expensive. I'm sure you all went through it, right? Once you get through that whole list, well, imagine a whole school. So we try to help out with that. And again, all those little 10-cent, flip them all up, we'll get them all turned in. So you're going to see that kind of come through. And we're on to spring. Take a break, right? Okay, spring. Go ahead. Typo?
Yep, January 18th, not the 8th.
Yes. So if you take a look at the family bingo night, it is on Friday. Nope, it's the January 18th. Is that a Friday?
I don't know.
What, nobody knows it off the top of their head? It's a Friday, right? All right, yes, I'm like, it's a Friday, right? So on January 18th, not the 8th, the 18th, we are having family bingo night. Anybody that went last year, we had a ton of fun. It was a really good time. We had some pizza, we had popcorn, there was bingo going on, we had raffle tickets, so it was just a lot of fun. We had princesses and everything. So it's a great family event. It's really great for the kids and they get to come out. We're looking whether we're gonna have it still at the PS or we're gonna have it someplace else. But just stay tuned. Know that it's the 18th, mark your calendars, get prepared. We're ready for that again. Valentine's Day party. Ironically on Valentine's Day, right? So it's on the 14th, so you know that's coming up. Primetime reading. Primetime reading is a great drop-off event for parents. You have a chance to drop your children off, walk through some different, they get to read. So 4 or 5 books they're actually going to have a chance to read. There will be a theme. We like volunteers for this one too, right? There's a lot of volunteers that we could potentially have, and I'm not sure what's happening there. There's some hand motions. So we have a lot of things coming up for prime time reading. Again, you'll get more information on this, but this is a really great time to be able to get involved. And it's great for the kids. They love it, and they're with their friends, so it's a really great time. Again, Sarah's Candy for the spring. Swapping over, we're into February, right? Field trips. Everybody likes to know when their field trips. Our field trips are booked. Our classrooms are ready. Please note your teacher, that is the date that your class is going on their field trip and where they're going. So again, kindergarten, they go to the aviary. So kindergartners are going, yeah, I just noticed that, sorry. So kindergartners are going to the aviary for the day. They have a really great time. They come in, they get to tour the aviary. There's a fun little game that they kind of play as they tour through that's very good for the kindergartners. They get to see a penguin presentation, which is always a lot of fun, and they have lunch there, and they're usually sleeping by the time they come home. So the bus is really quiet on the way back. It's fantastic. We wear them out, but it's a really great time for them. First grade, we take over the Children's Museum for a day. So that's really awesome. If you haven't been to the Children's Museum or if you want to see what's going on, we do take over the Children's Museum for a day. All first graders go on the same day. And then second grade goes to Meadowcroft Village. Never been there, but it seems like a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
Anybody?
It is.
It's outdoors. You move. We go rain or shine. You make a candle.
You do make a candle,
Right?
but you can't burn it.
You can't burn the candle that you make, but that's right. It's a lot of fun. So it's the second graders, and they get out, and they might get dirty, and it's great. So and then we come back. So the dates are there. The teachers are all broken up. Take a look at it if you're not sure. Ask your teachers. They're probably all saying this as well, so they should know what's going on. So that's that. We do have a colored colt course. Last year we did a color run. If you're used to a color run, you see our kids had a blast. Literally, we actually had people come down, our football players, were our tossers of a color. So we really had a lot of different schools involved. They got to run. The course was just long enough to get our little feet going, and then they were done, which was awesome. And then they get a big color blast at the end. So if you have not done a color run, this is really great for the kids. We use it as kind of a springtime fundraiser for us, similar to the Colt Bolt. So lots of running and lots of physical activity. It is held on a Wednesday after school. So you do not have to go home on the bus. You can stay, and then you get a chance to participate. So mark your calendars for that one as well. That is on May 22nd on a Wednesday. You want to add? Well, that was for you guys. Just got to go around, sorry. So that's on that day. So you can mark it down. Again, we like volunteers. Anybody who wants to get involved. Kelly Neely has talked about, not Kelly Neely, Jessica Zuba, I'm going to say your name wrong. Zuba, yes, talked about potentially chairing that. So we're going to take a look at that, see how we can really make it fun this year. Last year, Kona Ice came. We had hot dog guy, Berg Bite?
Yeah.
Berg, did I say it right? Berg's Bites came. So it was just a lot of fun for everybody. So it's a good time, and you're done by like 6, so you still have time for homework. No worries, guys. So that's that. Some extra things that we have, right? So just kind of tossing it on. We're toying with the idea of a readathon. You'll see it here. We're not sure if we're going with that or not. We're going to see if we can work it in, if it works for our kids. Earth Day. Earth Day is different days for each child. It usually happens in like April 2nd, April 21st, I think is the actual Earth Day. If you are interested in earthy things, crafts, helping out at the school, ask about being involved with Earth Day. It's good.
Lindsay.
Yes. Yes, thank you guys for our Earth Days. Good times for those. So if you want involved, go. And then yearbook. Ooh, I'm at the end of my list, right? Yearbook. So we have a new yearbook chair. Ms. Camilla Kraft has offered to, oh, she's not here. I'm like, she's over there, she's not there. She's going to do our yearbook this year, taking lots of pictures. But anybody that has a good camera, interested in helping out with pictures, interested in maybe helping out in the long run, right? For next year, coming in, again, everybody likes to take pictures these days, right? So if you really like taking pictures and want to be involved, talk about yearbook, right? We talk about how you set it up. You're literally making the memories for all of our kiddos. So those are the things that are going on. Lots of stuff, right? We just took a 4-page and we made it. We made it all the way through. On the back, you talked about we have a video. We are going to watch the video. You have a chance to sign the pages.
The reason we're watching the video is because as part of volunteering here at Chartiers Valley, there's steps to go through to be able to volunteer for your child's safety and protection. To volunteer in the school, you have to read the handbook, which is online. We will post the link to said handbook. Also, watch the video that we are going to show you right now, and then we have pages 9 and 10 to sign, stating I've watched the video, I want to volunteer. La-ta-da.
Right.
So the last part you'll have to do on your own is read the handbook. But so then that will get you guys cleared to come into the school. Our campus safety, Miss Chrissy takes it very seriously. I'm on the board, and if my clearances weren't turned in, I could not come into the school. She is dead serious about keeping your kids safe. So we like to try and keep everything updated with that. So that's why we thought while you guys are here, we might as well get that out of the way.
Hit the video.
Quick question. As far as clearances go, like the child mistake, that abuse and all that stuff, I have that for like teaching football and stuff.
Right.
Same thing.
Um,
Does that carry over or is
sorry.
something
99% of the same time, you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong. It is the same thing, but there's been situations where
We didn't accept it.
we
It
didn't
depends.
accept it. I think there may be a difference either with like the mandated reporter, like you are by law required to be a mandated reporter as a teacher. However, I think the training is different based from a teacher perspective, from a volunteer perspective. So I think your mandated volunteer clearance might be slightly different than
But
what.
it's okay if you can prove it. I can talk to you about it afterwards.
Yeah,
But yeah.
If you're a teacher or somebody who, you know, is required to be in contact with children, you know, and you have to go through all that, we will talk to you on the side about that. All of those clearances are specifically for leaving the premises.
Right.
So if you're going on the field trip where you could have contact with a minor and when you're in the school, you're always with the teacher. She is always watching you. So it's those clearances are specific for when you go on the field trips. So we'll get to that. That's a whole other ball of wax that we didn't really want to go too far into.
Right.
But we will. Thanks, Robin.
Yep.
Does anybody at this point have any questions that they would like to ask as a group? If you have questions you feel much more comfortable asking us after the meeting's adjourned, we're going to stick around. We like to try and go a half an hour for a general meeting and reserve the last half an hour for questions and breakout sessions. So we'd like to open the floor to anyone who wants to ask questions at this point. Got it? There are, so anything that is PTG related or that type of stuff, it's always safer to write, like if it's in an envelope. Most teachers know what goes to us. It will always get sent to the mail. We have a mailbox. So anytime you send something in that says Spirit Wear, all of the teachers are really great with being on board with us, so they know all of our stuff. It goes to the PTG mailbox.
Yeah, it'll come to us.
mark
If you
PTG.
put in an envelope and mark PTG on it, we'll get it.
But I would also like to point out about Spirit Rail, you can order online, and then you don't have to worry about sending anything in.
Yes.
And it makes my life a
Fantastic.
lot easier.
Order online.
Yay.
Go ahead.
If we are interested in possibly looking into some of the options to share,
Yes.
talk to you afterwards.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
We'd love to get your contact, your email, and then put you into contact with whomever the current chair is or whoever is the chair this year as well.
Yeah. Names for the next 2 years.
It's okay.
Everybody use name tags.
Right.
Yeah.
No worries. Go ahead.
When I was looking at the Spirit Wear, like as far as the youth size, I'm just seeing a youth size small, like for like a kindergartner or really small kindergartner.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think we have an
I don't
extra
think-
small.
there is
No,
no
so
extra small.
youth size small, but remember they are going to grow into them, right?
And they do shrink
They
because
sh-
they are a cotton blend.
Yes. So it is going to be a wide array because kindergartners are coming in all different. I had a very small kindergartner, so a youth small fit her all the way up through first grade, which was awesome, right? Because we got 2 years out of it. Nobody ever gets 2 years out of clothes at this age, right? So things like their shirts and stuff. It was nice to get 2 years out. I would go with a small because they don't come any smaller. But just be excited you're not buying it year after year because they do grow fast sometimes, right? To kind of they're getting a little short now. So, go ahead.
Sarah's Candy fundraiser. So if we're doing the $75 dues, does that mean we're doing that in addition and above and beyond, or is that once?
The $75 takes that.
Get that off
Away.
the table.
The $15 is, if you want to participate, like I said, at
We're
the
not going to tell you no.
We're not going to tell you no, but with the $75 really,
We don't really expect you to do
we
it.
don't expect that.
Bagging chocolate downtown is very fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I could eat, like I said at the kindergarten orientation, I could eat 4 chocolate covered Oreos by myself. And I think they're like $20. So,
Right. Right.
I really can. And anybody else have thoughts, questions? No?
All right, we ready for the video?
All right, we'll watch that and then.
Thank our teachers there.
And also, I just wanted to recognize that there are some teachers that came, so thank you guys for coming. And Yay! So we'll start the video, and like I said, we're going to hang out. If you want to ask us something in private, feel free to come on over. And thank you for coming.